गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरदारी जय। जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरदारी जय गिरिवरदारी जय। जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरदारी जय गिरिवरदारी जय। गिरिवरदारी हे यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनुरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनुरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुना। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada की नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की मथुरा धाम की जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की श्री श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की श्री श्री राधा माधव की श्री कृष्ण भगवान की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय यशोदनंदन दामोदर भगवान की, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme. Text 14. Ananya cheda sudadam yo mam smaradi nityasah tasyagam sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginah. Ananya cheda sudadam yo mam smaradi nityasah tasyagam sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginah. Ananya cheda swadodam yo mam smaradi nityasah tasyagam sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginah. Translation: for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pradha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Purport: this verse especially describes the final destination attained by the unalloyed devotees who serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Bhakti Yoga. Previous verses have mentioned 4 different kinds of devotees: the distressed, the inquisitive, those who seek material gain, and the speculative philosophers. Different processes of liberation have also been described: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Hatha Yoga. The principles of these yoga systems have some bhakti added, but this verse particularly mentions pure Bhakti Yoga without any mixture of Jnana, Karma, or Hatha. As indicated by the word Ananya Chedaha, in pure Bhakti Yoga, the devotee desires nothing but Krishna. A pure devotee does not desire promotion to heavenly planets, nor does he seek oneness with the Brahmajyoti, or salvation, or liberation from material entanglement. A pure devotee does not desire anything. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the pure devotee is called Nishkama, which means he has no desire for self-interest. Perfect peace belongs to him alone, not to them who strive for personal gain. Whereas a Jnana Yogi, Karma Yogi, or Hatha Yogi has his own selfish interest. A perfect devotee has no desire other than to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord says that for anyone who is unflinchingly devoted to Him, he is easy to attain. A pure devotee always engages in devotional service to Krishna in one of his various personal features. Krishna has various plenary expansions and incarnations such as Rama and Nrsimha, and a devotee can choose to fix his mind in loving service to any of these transcendental forms of the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee meets with none of the problems that plague the practitioners of other yogas. Bhakti Yoga is very simple and pure and easy to perform. One can begin simply by chanting Hare Krishna. The Lord is merciful to all, but as we have already explained, He is especially inclined toward those who always serve Him without deviation. The Lord helps such devotees in various ways, as stated in the Vedas, Katha Upanishad 1.2.23. Yam ye vaisha vrunude tena labhyas tasyaisa atma vivrunude tanum swam. One who is fully surrendered and engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord can understand the Supreme Lord as He is. And as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Dadami buddhi yogam tam, the Lord gives such a devotee sufficient intelligence so that ultimately the devotee can attain Him in his spiritual kingdom. The special qualification of the pure devotee is that he is always thinking of Krishna without deviation and without considering the time or place. There should be no impediments. He should be able to carry out his service anywhere and at any time. Some say that the devotee should remain in holy places like Vrindavana or some holy town where the Lord lived. But a pure devotee can live anywhere and create the atmosphere of Vrindavana by his devotional service. It was Sri Advaita who told Lord Chaitanya, "Wherever you are, O Lord, there is Vrindavana," as indicated by the words Satatam and Nityasaha, which mean always, regularly, or every day. A pure devotee constantly remembers Krishna and meditates upon Him. These are qualifications of the pure devotee for whom the Lord is most easily attainable. Bhakti Yoga is a system that the Gita recommends above all others. Generally, the Bhakti Yogis are engaged in 5 different ways. Santa Bhakta, engaged in devotional service in neutrality. Dasya Bhakta, engaged in devotional service as servant. Sakya Bhakta, engaged as friend. Vatsalya Bhakta, engaged as parent, and Madhurya Bhakta, engaged as conjugal lover of the Supreme Lord. In any of these ways, the pure devotee is always constantly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord and cannot forget the Supreme Lord. And so, for him, the Lord is easily attained. A pure devotee cannot forget the Supreme Lord for a moment. And similarly, the Supreme Lord cannot forget His pure devotee for a moment. This is the great blessing of the Krishna conscious process of chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakshurum Milidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Jayapataga Swamin Nidhi Namine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Gada Damadaya Nagara Gramadharine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desadarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this chapter is titled as Attaining the Supreme. We all have a goal. What is the goal? The goal is finally to go back to Krishna. because we are part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna is our eternal father and mother, as per Bhagavad Gita. Pidagamasya jagado mada dada pidamaha. Krishna is saying, Pidagam asya jagado. For the entire jagat, Krishna is saying, I am the father. And mother, I am the mother. So father and mother of whom? Of all the spirit souls, Atma. It includes other living entities also, because they are also spirit soul. But they have taken some other body. So, in illusion only, we are thinking that I am the body and Aham and Mamiri. Aham and Mamiri means I, me and mine are constantly arising for us. And we are doing activities based on these Aham and Mamiri. Maya, Krishna's external energy, she is influencing all the jivas by first applying tamoguna. By applying tamoguna, what is happening now? She is doing this aham role. I am the body. We are thinking like that because of the influence of tamoguna. And next step, Maya is applying the strong weapon, that is Rajoguna. Through Rajoguna, we are all thinking that Mamiri means this particular house belongs to me. It's called Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of the important acharya in our Sampradaya. He is telling that, he is quoting from Amnaya Sutra. He is saying that Asat Trishna. Very nice. Actually, 4 types of anarthas. Anarthas means, artha means valuable, anartha means unwanted. So 4 types of anarthas are arising within us because of the influence of tamoguna and rajoguna. What is the first effect? The first effect is Swarupa Brahma. And another acharya, Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur, is also saying Tattva Vibhrama. Both are same. Tattva Vibhrama. Tattva means truths. Truths about us and about the Supreme Lord. Vibhrama means bewilderment in the truths, in understanding the truth. This is called Tattva Vibhrama. As per Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur, one of the very famous acharya in our Sampradaya. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying Swarupa Brahma. So Swarupa means our constitutional position. Our eternal constitutional position is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has explained to all of us by single sentence. What is that? Jivera Surabhagoi Krishnera Nitya Das. I was discussing in some other class. Nitya Das is important. Nitya Das means eternal servant of Krishna. Eternal servant of Krishna means, we can extrapolate it like this. Eternal servant of Krishna means we should not serve Maya in any situation. That is the meaning of eternal servant of Krishna. One can easily understand that I am eternal servant of Krishna. That means I should not serve Maya in any situation. This is our Swarupa, this is our constitutional position. My constitutional position is I am a spiritual entity. I don't belong to the matter. Atma is a spiritual entity. Asangohi, I am Purushaha. Prabhupada has quoted in many places from Vedic literature. Asanga. Sangha means association. Asanga means no association. I don't have any connection with the matter. Actually, only when we are influenced by Sattva Guna, this type of clarity will happen within us. His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj, one of the direct disciples of Srila Prabhupada, is saying that seeing reality always brings clarity and serenity. A very nice statement. Serenity, you know, right? Peace, very peaceful mind, calm mind. But the effect of rajas is our mind will be agitated always. All the time mind will be agitated and mind will be very active related to the worldly activities. It is because of the rajas. But when we understand our constitutional position, I am spirit soul, I am a spiritual entity, matter cannot give pleasure to me. When we deeply understand, this understanding, no, His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj saying it has to go deep to the beyond the false ego. It has to be sowed deep inside our heart. This understanding. I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. I belong to Krishna. I am servant of Krishna. So Maya, what she is doing now. So when we remember this now, actually, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita also, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadadamaham. Krishna is saying in the 18th chapter, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. What is the meaning of this Adhyatma Vidya? Adhyatma Vidya means understanding that I am not the body, I am spirit, soul, and servant of Krishna. This is actually sattva. Because of the influence of sattva only, this clarity is coming. The effect of rajas is muhyandi. Muhyandi means confusion. Confusion about our identity. Then we will be in various types of anxieties, worries, desires. Prabhupada is writing here in the purport, pure devotee, he doesn't desire anything. Repeatedly 4-5 times he has written in this purport, in this sloka. Pure devotee means like that. Krishna likes, morning we were discussing in the Bhagavatam class, Krishna likes pure devotee so much. Krishna responds to mixed devotees also. Mishra Bhakta. Mixed devotee means is practicing Bhakti Yoga, but he is having desires towards material enjoyment. Why desire towards material enjoyment? Why it is happening? As per Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that because of the Tattva Vibhrama, next illusion is coming. What is the next illusion? Next illusion is Asat Trishna. Very strong actually telling. Asat Trishna. Trishna means hankering. I used to say jokingly, instead of Krishna, we are catching Trishna. K-R-S-N-A. We should catch Krishna. But instead of that, we are catching T-R-S-N-A. Trishna. Only one letter. One letter is changed. But the meaning is completely changed. Trishna means hankering for material enjoyment. Hankering for material enjoyment. That is called Trishna. But Shastras are instructing all of us that we should catch Krishna. So because of the Tattva Vibhrama, when we don't understand our spiritual identification, no, then from that another illusion is coming, Asat Trishna. Asat means unreal things. See, very nice actually. It may be shocking to all of us, but this is what Shastra is prescribing. Asat Trishna. Asat means unreal things. What is unreal? Krishna is only real. Matta paradaram nanyat kinjidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvam idam prodam sudre manigana iva. Krishna is saying there is no superior truth above me. There is no truth superior to me. Krishna is the highest truth. That's why it is called absolute truth. Sammam bonam. Prabhupada used to say this word. Sammam bonam. Krishna is the highest truth. Every other truths in this material world, it is all related only, relative truths. Morning we were discussing with some other devotee. Relative truth means truths related to false identification. It is called relative truth. This is the definition. Truths related to false identification, it is called relative truth. Truths related to Krishna, it is called absolute truth. So Krishna is the absolute truth. But because of the influence of Maya, we are developing this hankering towards the unreal things. It is unreal only. Maya, she is creating all these illusory existence. Illusory existence. She is creating. She has got that potency. And we are believing that this unreal things, this material enjoyment, it will give pleasure to me. In illusion only we are thinking like that. But actually, in reality, we cannot derive pleasure from the matter. So because of Tattva Vibhrama, Asat Trishna is coming. Then next another anartha. Third anartha is aparadha. Aparadha means doing offenses to the Supreme Lord or to the pure devotees. This is also because of Tattva Vibhrama. And before that, third one is Hridaya Daurbalya. It is also very strong. How powerful Maya is working. Hridaya Daurbalya. Daurbalya means the weakness of the heart. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Acharya, is explaining that Hridaya Daurbalya means when lust or envy arises in our heart. So it makes our heart weak. This is called weakness of the heart, Hridaya Daurbalya. So this is also happening because of Tattva Vibhrama. So why we are discussing what is connected with this sloka? Yes, lots of connection is there. That we will understand. The fourth anartha is aparadha. Because of Tattva Vibhrama only, we are doing offense to the Supreme Lord. People will criticize Krishna, no? Right? Many people will criticize Krishna. It is the biggest offense. They will say Krishna also danced with the gopis, like that and all. They will criticize, not understanding the minute intricacies of devotion. They will simply talk. Because of Tattva Vibhrama, they will land up in doing aparadha, offenses to the Lord. In this way, we are getting entangled in the four types of anarthas. It's very strong. So how to get out of these four anarthas? It is like a loop, vicious cycle. Again and again we will get caught. We cannot get out of it by our intelligence. It is not possible. Why? Intelligence also, it is under the control of false ego. We are trapped like a rat trap. No, we are trapped under the clutches of Maya. Intelligence also is under the control of false ego. This false ego is created by Maya. So because of false ego only, Asat Trishna is happening constantly. attraction towards the unreal things. Asat idi uchyade partha. Krishna is saying in several places. Asadi abhiniveshadaha. Because of the indulgence in the unreal things, what is happening? We will lose our real self-interest. Parasvabhava karmani yaprashamshadi nindadi sa ashu brashyade swartat asadi abhiniveshadaha. Because of asat trishna, what is happening in the material world, we are praising somebody else for their material achievements, or we will get something in return. For that sake, we will praise somebody else. Or we will criticize somebody else because we don't get something in return. So this praise and criticizing, it is also happening because of asat trishna. And when we do this, what is happening? Parasvabhava karmani yaprashamshadi nindadi sa ashu brashyade swartat. Immediately we will fall down from our real self-interest. What is our real self-interest? Our real self-interest is Krishna. Because Krishna is our real well-wisher, eternal well-wisher. He is our father and mother. He is loving all of us all the time. Unconditionally, Krishna is loving all of us. Unconditionally. See, right? Without any condition. Because of love for all the jivas, Krishna is supplying eternally all the necessities. Correct or not? Right? We are getting all the necessities. Bhumirapo jalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahangara idiyam me binna prakriti rastada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, they are all my separated energies, Krishna is saying. Because of these 5 gross elements, we are living, we are sustaining our lives. Correct or not? Right? We are using all these 5 gross elements. Mixture of these 5 gross elements, we are creating many products for our livelihood. So Krishna is supplying all the necessities, material necessities, eternally, simply because of love for all the jivas. Krishna is loving all of us. But I used to say this point, it is like one-sided love. It's like one-sided love. Krishna is loving all of us and he is supplying constantly all the necessities. But we are not turning towards Krishna. We are not loving Krishna. Instead of loving Krishna, we are loving things. We are loving things actually. We are a conscious entity. Chetanus Chetananam. We are a conscious entity. So we should love the supremely conscious person, Krishna. Krishna is supremely conscious person. He is a person, but supreme person. Supremely conscious means he knows everything. What we desire, what type of material desire we are having, everything he knows by sitting inside the heart as Paramatma. So, constitutionally also, because I am a conscious entity, so I should love the supremely conscious person Krishna. But instead of that, we are loving matter. That is why the incompatible situation, it is always arising. The conscious entity, how he can love the matter? It is not possible. But we are again and again trying because of the influence of the modes, lower modes. So these 4 anarthas are arising because of tattva vibrama, and we are trapped in that, inside that. So Krishna is giving solution how to come out of this material world and go back to Krishna. The Supreme Lord is giving, out of his causeless mercy, out of his affection for all the jivas, he is giving solution in this chapter, in this particular sloka. What is the solution? Krishna is saying, Ananya Cheda Sadadam Yomam Smaradi Nityashaha Tasyagam Sulabha Partha Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. Krishna is Sulabha. One can easily go back to Krishna. For him it is very easy, but for us it is tough. What he is saying? Ananya Cheda. Each and every word now, if we discuss, it takes, we can discuss for many hours for this sloka alone. It's a very, very, very important sloka. This sloka, no, it is prescribing abhideya for all of us. Abhideya means practice. One is knowing about Krishna, knowing about Atma, knowing about the material world, knowing about the spiritual world. It is called Sambandha Jnana. Sambandha. Understanding the relationship or knowledge about our relationship with Krishna. So this is Jnana, Sambandha Jnana. But the majority percentage in our spiritual life is abhideya only. Avideya means practice. Practice as per the Sambandha Jnana, or practice as per the spiritual knowledge, as per the scriptural knowledge. So this Abhideya only, no, it pleases the Supreme Lord. If we practice as per Krishna's teachings, Krishna is very much pleased. Oh, he is believing my words. We have to show our faith to the Lord, no? Right? Krishna, actually I am believing really your words, your teachings. So how to show that? By practice. That is called Abhideya. So what type of Abhideya Krishna is prescribing in this sloka? He is saying Ananya Cheda. It's again this beautiful word, Ananya Cheda. And why Krishna is using this word Ananya Cheda? Ananya Cheda means without deviation of the mind. Why Krishna is saying? In our false ego, if rajas is rajasic content, actually false ego is made up of rajas and tamas only. In our subtle body, false ego is there. False ego is very, very subtle, the subtlest element. But that false ego is made up of rajas and tamas only. No sattva. Sattva is not there. So that is why Krishna is using this word Ananya Cheda, without deviation of the mind. Because of the heavy rajasic content inside us, no? Rajas, no, constantly it drags the mind towards the matter. This is the nature of the rajas. So that is why this is called sadhana. Sadhana means mind will go towards matter only. Mind will think about material affairs only. That is because of the heavy rajasic content that is within us. We have accumulated the rajasic content from crores of janmas. So that is dragging again and again towards the worldly affairs. So spiritual life means it's disciplined. We should follow some discipline. What is that? Without deviation of the mind. Again and again we should bring back the mind and bring it back under the control of the self. Krishna is saying, Yado nischaladi manassanjalam astiram tadastado niyam aidat atmanyeva vasam nayed. That is the nature of the mind. Nature of the mind is extroverted. Krishna is saying, from wherever the mind wanders, you must withdraw it. Krishna is saying this, actually Prabhupada is translating like this. You must withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. How we can do this? When we use our mind to think about Krishna, pure devotee, no, he is thinking about Krishna naturally all the time. But we are not pure devotees. Because of the rajas, we have material desires. We are mixed devotees. We are practicing Bhakti Yoga, we are chanting Krishna's names, but we have heavy rajasic content. So that is why we are called sadhaka. We are not pure devotees. We are sadhakas, practitioners. Bhakti Yoga practitioners. Bhakti Yogi is different. Bhakti Yoga practitioner is different. We are sadhakas with desires.
So this is the tug of war. Internal tug of war will go on internally for every devotee. If we think about Krishna, no, sattva content is increasing within us. It's all the effect. This is the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. The more we use the mind to think about Krishna, mind will, because of the influence of the Rajoguna, mind will all naturally, it will think about matter only. But sadhana means I have to force the mind to think about Krishna. This is called spiritual life. Because pure devotee is always thinking about Krishna. Like that only Prabhupada is writing in the purport. So spiritual life means it is not something external activities. It is internal smarana. Smarana, this is the word actually technically. Smarana means thinking about Krishna. So this thinking function in our body only mind can do. I was reading in Bhakti Vaibhav sessions. In that sessions we were reading Prabhupada's Bhagavatam purports. Lord Brahma is saying that in our body, all the organs are created because of Rajas and Tamas, including intelligence. What to speak of the lower level organs, working senses, right? Knowledge acquiring senses. All these organs in the body, it is created because of Rajas and Tamas only. Only mind is created by Sattva, as per Lord Brahma. Both Lord Brahma is saying and also Bhagavan Kapila Dev is saying in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So these two places we are getting confirmation. Mind is produced because of Sattva Guna. But the problem is mind is associating with false ego constantly. That is why mind is thinking in a dangerous way. Correct or not? Sometimes it is thinking very dangerous way. So there only we, the Atma, we have some minute independence. Everybody is having some independence. Jiva means like that only. Atma is like that only. Independence, free will cannot be separated from Atma. It is always with the Jiva. So, when we use our independence properly and use the mind to think about Krishna, that is called spiritual life. That is the meaning of sadhana. We are thinking that sadhana means something externally doing some varieties of activities. No, that is not sadhana. The real sadhana is using the mind to think about Krishna all the time. Forcefully we have to do that. In a sadhaka stage, in the practitioner stage, we have to forcefully use the mind to think about Krishna. Then only the rajasic content, it will be erased proportionately within us and sattva content will increase. It's very beautiful. The thinking about Krishna, Krishna smarana, remembering Krishna. No, this is a very powerful method. The most potent method, actually, remembering Krishna. So more and more when we do, proportionately rajasic content is erased and sattva content is increased. So when sattva content is increasing, internally, then our mind becomes calm. Right? So that is the meaning of clarity and serenity. In the sattva state only, when we are influenced by sattva guna only, our mind becomes calm and clarity will be there internally. Then we will see the world in a different perspective, in a different perception. When sattva content is prominent within us, then we will never try to enjoy matter. So because of the influence of Rajoguna and Sattva-guna only, whenever we think some material objects, immediately we are thinking, how can I exploit for my enjoyment? It's because of the Rajas and Tamas. So we have to increase our Sattva content. Prabhupada is writing in Nectar of Instruction preface. Entire world is engrossed in the modes of passion and ignorance. Prabhupada has written like this. The whole world is engrossed in the modes of passion and ignorance. One has to promote himself. One has to promote himself to the platform of goodness. All these sentences, we should carefully study. We have to study Prabhupada's books scrutinizingly, because Prabhupada's purports, it's all his deep realization. Yesterday we were celebrating Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day. Prabhupada's purports, it is deep realization. Those realizations, we can simply accept as it is in our personal spiritual life and practice it. Then we will progress spiritually. We should never underestimate Prabhupada's statements, Prabhupada's words. Because Prabhupada is a confidential representative of Krishna. The direct representative of Krishna. So out of his mercy, just to deliver all the fallen souls, he has written all these purports. So Prabhupada is writing in the Nectar of Instruction preface, one has to promote himself to the platform of goodness. Then everything concerning spiritual life will be automatically revealed to him. Like that he has written. Automatically it will be revealed when we are raised to Sattva. So how to rise to Sattva? By remembering Krishna more and more. So that is why Krishna is demanding, if anyone does this, constant remembrance of the Supreme Lord. Actually, it is a big topic, we don't have time. There are progressive levels of Krishna Smarana. 5 stages are there in Krishna Smarana. Initially, our Krishna Smarana, it will be on and off. We will remember Krishna today, then 5 days we will forget. Like this only, it is called recollection. Recollection. Then when we do this regularly, repeatedly, that is the meaning of, from wherever the mind wanders, you must withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Krishna is saying in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The mind will go towards sense enjoyment. Again and again we should, how to control the mind? By thinking about Krishna. When we think about Krishna, mind is controlled. This is the way mind can be pulled inside. Otherwise, mind is so subtle. Mind is so subtle, turbulent. It cannot be controlled. Only by remembering Krishna. Even in Ashtanga Yoga also, what they are doing? They are meditating on Paramatma, Dhyana. There is a stage called Dhyana in Ashtanga Yoga. In that stage, what they are doing? They are remembering about Paramatma, Krishna. So, Prabhupada is saying in the Ashtanga Yoga also, some bhakti element is added, but the pure bhakti yoga is the nice point actually. Ashtanga Yoga knows so many mechanical angas are there. Yama, niyama, pranayama, asana, pratyahara. These 5 stages, this is a mechanical process. Krishna is not included. Only in the dharana, dhyana and samadhi, in these 3 stages, Ashtanga Yogi is meditating on Paramatma. He is including Krishna. So that is why Prabhupada is writing in the 14th sloka, in this purport, in other yogas also, bhakti element is added. Bhakti means remembering Krishna. A pure devotee's business is to simply think about Krishna. Prabhupada is writing here. It doesn't have any desire. So that type of devotee, Krishna likes very much. And that type of devotee, he will go back to Goloka Vrindavana, Krishna's planet. So if we want to go back to Krishna's planet, we should rise to this level. So by remembering Krishna more and more, actually this is our journey. It's our spiritual journey. How much we are remembering Krishna, how much we are using the mind to think about Krishna in our 24 hours. To that extent, I am withdrawn from the material thinking and I am progressing towards Krishna. Proportionately, sattva is increasing. Sattva is very favorable for our spiritual life. Because Krishna is saying, Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakasagam anamayam. Nirmalatvat, pure. Sattva is very pure. Only problem is when rajas is mixing with the sattva, then only problem. Desire is coming. Anamayam. Anamayam means when we are under sattva, no, we will not do sin. Anamayam means sinful activity. He is staying away from the sinful activities. Rajas only is forcing us to do the sinful activity. So we have to mold our life like that. How to remember Krishna every day? We can remember Krishna's holy name. We can remember Krishna's beautiful leelas. Krishna is performing unlimited leelas. We can remember about Krishna's wonderful, attractive, divine qualities. Krishna is possessing 64 transcendental qualities. Acharyas are giving list. Then Namasmarana, Krida Dhyana, Rupa Dhyana, and Guna Dhyana. These 4 types of Smarana. So we have to mold our life like that. Then we are progressing towards Krishna. And Krishna will also respond proportionately. When we do more and more Smarana, no? Machitta, Sarvadurgani, Matprashoda Tarishyasi. Krishna is giving guarantee in the 18th chapter. If you remember me, Machitta, for that purpose only mind is given to all of us, to think about Krishna. If we think about matter, no, proportionately we are adding our contamination internally, because rajas will increase. The more and more when we think about worldly affairs, rajas will increase and we will suffer. Because of the rajas we will suffer. So this sattva is very favorable. So when we remember Krishna, sattva is increasing and rajas is eliminating, reducing proportionately. So this is our journey. Somebody will do Krishna Smarana for 80%, somebody will do 20%. It depends upon the use of our free will. Everybody has got some free will. So how we are using our free will, it is our choice. And if our Smarana is 100%, then Krishna is giving guarantee. You can come back to me. I will take you back to Goloka Vrindavan. Maya Veshita Chedasam. Krishna is saying, Maya Veshita Chedasam. If your Chetas, if your mind is fixed on me, Maya Veshita Chedasam, then Krishna is giving guarantee. Tesham Agam Samudvarta Mrityu Samsara Sagarat. I will deliver you. Personally I will come and I will deliver you from this miserable birth and death cycle. Ocean. Bhavasagara, I will deliver you. Provided we have to do Maya Veshita Chedasam. Remembering Krishna constantly. Okay, I will stop here. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, His Grace Srinivasa Prabhu, for enlightening us in the Sunday evening lecture. Because of the lack of time, we are skipping the question and answer.